Exciting times. The Tops Premier League 2026 sticker book is with us, people. And this year, they've got an amazing thing where you've got the Premier League Hall of Fame. But who actually gets in, Flav? I've got a debate here for you. So here's the list. Now, all of these you need to get for your Hall of Fame page, which is page 2 of the Premier League sticker book for 2026. And I want you to pick your 4 favourites, Flav. So we've got Schmeichel, Terry, Adams, Vieira, Lampard, Gerrard, Keane, Scholes, Cantona, Henry, Didier Drogba, and Sergio Aguero. If you could only pick 4 of those top 10, who would you go for?
Well, this is an era that was quite difficult for me as a Spurs fan. And I tried to be as sort of objective as possible and just think about the qualities of the player, but I just realised I couldn't. And these are the players I was most grateful to during this period.
Nice. Which is in turn turns them into favourites. So that's fine.
Well, they're all great players, James. All of them are great players. They're all in the Hall of Fame. Sure, but in terms of my favourite, I've gone for Cantona, Scholes, Drogba and Keane. Now, the link between all of those are that they were all directly involved in stopping Arsenal from winning trophies during that period. And no greater at hurting an Arsenal defence was Didier Drogba. Despite him being Chelsea, you can't deny the fact that he did hurt Arsenal. And also, obviously, it means I can't choose Henry, Vieira, Adams for obvious reasons. So, yes, my 4 entry into it is Cantona, Scholes, Drogba and Keane, Hall of Famers. Okay,
my favourites. I'm going to go for, you're not going to like this, Tony Adams. As a kid, I absolutely love Tony Adams. Steven Gerrard.
Yes.
Paul Scholes.
Yes.
Thierry Henry. Those are probably the 4 that I would like to watch and wish they were playing right now. Maybe Roy Keane. Nah, probably not Roy Keane. No, Tony Adams. That's my 4.
Would you? No, okay, all right, that's fine. I don't mind that, but I do take exception with Thierry Henry.
Of course you do. Yeah, we know that. As should every Irishman.
Indeed. We're talking about the fabric of the man. The fabric of the man.
Okay. Go on.
Just say not everyone on that list cheated.
Yeah,
an entire country out of an international competition.
Okay, noted. They haven't just focused on individuals. They've also got a whole page on dynamic duos. The nostalgia's through the roof. There's a whole list of names there that you guys can go and check out. I'm going to put forward my favourite. And Flav, I think I know what yours is going to be, but I'll go first.
Yeah.
So my favourite duo, and you probably haven't heard people talk about this for a while, Niall Quinn and Kevin Phillips. Let's get back to those days. Can we see that from maybe Visser and Voltemada? You know, the voom of duos. But Niall Quinn and Kevin Phillips, they came through the door, up through promotion, lost the first game 4-0, I remember, against Chelsea, and then went on a bloody run. And Kevin Phillips ended up scoring 30 goals, I think, that season. That is an iconic, dynamic duo. Your favourite?
Well, no, I just to back you up there, I think that's in terms of a duo in that Premier League era. A 4-4-2, big man, little man up top, you couldn't ask for a more quintessential duo. Whereas some others on this list, like Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, good centre-back, they were great players. Probably the best centre-back pairing maybe.
More a pairing than a duo. That's a good point.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could slip in another defender and they might be all right. Whereas Quinn and Phillips only work together. That's why it's magical. Yeah. I'm going to agree with you with Niall Quinn and Kevin Phillips, but I want to give a shout to Teddy Sheringham and Darren Arden, my players, for obvious reasons. Teddy Sheringham could make a duo out of any other player. They've got Darren Anderton and Teddy Sheringham there. I might say Teddy Sheringham and Klinsmann for a season was a partnership of quality of which I've never seen before. But Darren Anderton's delivery, they had this corner routine where Sheringham would find some space, he'd drop off, Anderton would fizz a ball in along the ground, and Sheringham, having like the impeccable technique he did, would hit it first time, and he scored 3 or 4 goals in that fashion. So, yeah, but no, you can't argue with Niall Quinn and Kevin Phillips.
Amazing stuff. So, as we said, this year's album covers every Premier League club across the full squad pages and 4 core features sets, including Hall of Fame, as we've spoken about, dynamic duos, trailblazers, record holders both past and present, and Divine 9, the most explosive number 9s in Premier League history. There are 561 stickers to collect, mixing current players with Premier League legends. And whether you're collecting, trading, or you're just using the album as an excuse to rank players with your mates, the Topps 2026 Premier League stickers collection is out now, so get yourself on it. I actually really enjoying going through and opening packs with my son as well. It's so much fun. But it goes through the generations, so get yourself involved and attack some heated debates.
Can I ask you a quick question? Of the 6 players on the front of the sticker album, the official sticker album of 2026, if you could choose one for QPR out of that 6, which is Paulinho, Isak, Anthony Robinson, Reinders, Gyökeres, and João Pedro, who are you taking for QPR?
I'll have Reinders.
It would be Reinders?
Yeah, I think he'd run the show.
So if I was a QPR fan, I'd take João Pedro. I think he's mustard.
He's Chelsea, isn't he? Although we'd take Chelsea players all the time.
Fair.
Anyway, go check out Topps 2026. Cheers.
Let it all work out. It's not working out. That's the thing. It's not working out. It's got the song wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't want you when you were 8. They didn't want you when they were 8, and they don't want you now you're 28. They don't want you.
Let the boy play. Let the boy play. That's how I feel about it.
Simp. Just keep going, no, please play me. Please want me. You made a mistake.
We're going to talk about Arsenal. Will they win the league or not? We'll dissect that. I think we need to touch on... I'm sort of wary of it, but I assume touching on the fan base might be an interesting conversation and might be a struggle for some Arsenal fans, but for Spurs fans and neutrals, I think they might enjoy some of Flav's takes, so we'll discuss that. I want to touch on Liam Rosenior. He's doing all right. Go on,
4 into the bounce, isn't it? 4 in the bounce. Can't argue that, can you?
And how much money is too much money for a striker that has 2 goals in the league this season? We could talk about that as well. And the mighty Spurs march on. Can they? Will they be stopped in this competition? I don't know.
It's not about the winning, is it? It's about the £71 million we've already made by being in it.
Yeah, sadly. Yeah, and those are the acerbic takes that you'll get here on the James and Flav for Now podcast. How are you, Flav? How's this week been for you? That's been a tough start. Spurs lose again. No, they drew, didn't they? Unbeaten. There we go.
But the amount of people are saying we lost to Burnley, knowing, just making that mistake.
Yeah, I just made that mistake.
You said it, but it ain't just you, mate. I've corrected about 4 people. We drew. To Burnley. It does kind of feel like a loss. A friend of mine who is
a Brentford fan, so maybe sort of learnt from Frank himself, he said, a point away is always a good point. He said, but is it for Spurs? Is it for Spurs? That's the big question.
Well, obviously, we click the engineering. Oh, do you want to talk about that later? All right.
Well, I mean, let's start with...
do you want to start with the Arsenal? Yeah.
Let's start with the Arsenal, because you're sort of... you seem a bit more... You've got a bit more going on. Do you know what I did? A bit of a loser.
What?
I went back and watched a couple of my favourite Arsenal creators and watched their videos from a couple of weeks ago.
How can you favourite? You want those? That whole sentence doesn't make any sense. There are Arsenal content creators. You don't have favourites.
Yeah.
They're all knobheads.
Okay. Well, so yeah, okay. I thought I'd enjoy a couple of knobheads and sort of enjoy their sort of deluded takes on how Arsenal might win the league.
Our mutual friend Ben Bowman has had in what I would consider, based on his social media, and you're better placed than me, these social media, his TikToks, I would say he's a bloody knob. But apparently, Rory Talks Football, according to Ben, is actually a decent human being.
I've met Rory and got on a couple of occasions.
You're going to say it as well.
You're
going to say it as well, yeah.
You know, there's no. What I noticed with Rory is that, and I think he won't mind me saying this, a delightful company, but I think he knows himself that he can trigger
on TikTok, which is not the whole game, innit? But he triggers me. I I have to go, when he pops up on TikTok, well, no, get out of the way. Yeah, what have you noticed a change of you, Jim, in the last couple of weeks? What did you find when you went?
I think I touched on the ripple effect with Joe, but I was incredibly surprised by how heavy the reaction to defeat was.
but everywhere, not just in the Arsenal fan base, there was jubilation across the nation. Football fans.
Yeah. Have Man United saved football? That seems to be the conversation that's been out there this week.
I mean, I tell you what, I think Michael Carrick needs to be held up a little bit here, because not only did we say you're going to ruin your career by joining Manchester United, the dual displays, both out of context, that is mental. I looked down, I was like, what is it? Oh yeah, it's that. I can't even remember exactly what that's about. People that are listening to this, you need to go over to the More James Allcott YouTube channel immediately and look for around 5 minutes. So this is Michael. Right. I think what this is Michael Carrick.
I can't breathe with delicious football you're serving me.
Right. I think it's Michael Carrick putting his fingers down and interview his throat for suggesting that he couldn't.
Mine.
Yours specifically.
Ours, yeah. 2 videos. The week of his arrival, I did 2 videos. People. One titled "Why Appointing Michael Carrick Will Destroy Man United for the next 5 years." And the second one was us saying, "Is he ruining his career?" He's not.
Look, it's you've got to, like, I love the performance against Manchester City, and for obvious reasons, I love the Arsenal performance, and they're playing well, and it's nice. Look, there's no love lost for Manchester United.
Vlad, breaking news. I'd like you to sort of pop your head over to the chat here with our beloved Moist Slugs, because someone, quite an iconic member of the community, is rattled. And we don't normally see Marky Boy. Marky Boy is in. Is that the Marky Boy? Are you the Marky Boy?
Just a bloke called Mark. It's not.
Okay. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not BH. It'd be BH, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and he also wouldn't. He wouldn't post it all in lower caps.
Marky. I think you made a mistake here. Marky says, "Oh, piss off. This man you loving is tiring."
Yeah, and it's not a Man United loving. That's what you're getting wrong here, Marky Boy. It's an Arsenal hatred. No one wants them to win the league. Everyone hates them. Even so that people are going, "Go on, Man United. United. And I'm a bloke called Mark. I'm nobody. You're everything to us, Mark. Don't ever do that to yourself. If you want to get involved in the chat, you can by joining our Patreon, whatever it is, Jaffin, patreon.com/Jaffin. Links in the description below. Yeah. No, but I want to make a point here, Jim.
Go on.
And the point is...
I disagree with you, with your previous point. Go on, finish your point.
Yeah, the point is, this is not about Manchester United. The point really is that Arsenal finally... People used to ask me the question, like, how do you feel about Arsenal? I say, I hate Arsenal as much as I love Tottenham. Sure. And then you'd have people going, well, that's ridiculous. That's pathetic. How can you... And I say, I can't help it. That's how I feel. Now the world of football is waking up to what they are. And no one wants them to win the league. No one. Even you, Jim, who claims to be... I can see it in your eyes. I know what's coming. And I'm going to shut up in a second. I know what you're about to say. You don't like them either.
Joe, it's not about that. I don't feel anything for them. Okay?
Right. Yeah. All right.
I don't feel anything for them.
There's no way. We've spent 14 years together or something like that, Jim. There's no way I haven't at least impacted you to some degree. I must have done.
My feeling about football clubs is often about the players within them, the style of play. If I've made a take suggesting they would do something because I'd like to be right, and also the friendships I have and the desire for them to be happy. Okay, within reason.
Yeah, but your really good friend that we're talking about can go to Brentford, so he doesn't need Arsenal, does he?
That's a good point.
Sorry, carry on.
But Arsenal will win the league. Just so you know. Arsenal will win the league. Okay, and
I feel that they will also.
I can explain why that is going to occur. The reason why I think we have a rejuvenated football community out there right now is because, as Tom Garrett said, quite sternly, but poetically too, the way Man United played overall in terms of the goals they scored, and the pippity pop that all the football manager brethren will know that it's my style of play. That is a far more enjoyable game of football to watch. And the way that Arsenal play,
we want to watch that
regularly, is a tough watch. There's no way around that. There is no
James
way
Gunn
around
has said they're a bad advert for the Premier League. That's not
your words.
It's just a statement.
Is he a gunner? The gun, or is it or a Norwich fan? Any relation? They're a bad advert for the Premier League. Look, I think they are. They are numbers. That's the way I described it was numbers versus personality, and I think there was a personality to the way that Man United were going. Go on, now you have it. Now I'm coming. I'm on my way. Just pop it back to me. I'm a little bit close to you. That's not what I'm not used to seeing. Because it feels like, I think, with the way with football that we've sort of, the game's become so efficient. It starts to feel like it's like you're watching FIFA. And you know where the ball is going because it's getting recycled round, because that's the most efficient way to get a corner or to score a goal. Whereas, a bit of relationism in this Man United side. Carrick saying, let's put together some delicious pairings and just, do you know what? Keep the ball in a tight zone. Do a bit of pass and move. And I think that's, that is good, right? And I think that, and I'm sort of working on my ripple effect guests at the moment, this morning. And I want to get a couple of Arsenal fans in a room to try and understand this Arteta Arsenal fans relationship. Because going back to the couple of videos I watched, it was just a very... The spin was different because everything was going well for Arsenal. And it is still going bloody well, which I would like to come back to that as well. It's bizarre. But there was still an acceptance that it's very... you can spin this two ways. It's either not free-flowing or it's not as good as it can be. And either way, I think that is irking Arsenal fans alongside
everybody else.
Alongside the fact that, okay, we'll stomach this football. It's a bit like Mourinho and Conte at Spurs. It was like, right, we'll stomach this. Bloody win,
Must win, yeah. No, you're right. And the rope to hang yourself with is so much shorter if you play that type of football, isn't it? And you look at Man United. Let's be really fair to Arsenal and to Man United that everybody wants to see long-range screamers, right? But you don't win the league like that because it's so low percentage. Arteta is looking at it and going, give me the best chance of winning with this team, and this is how we have to do it. But as a spectacle, it's not as interesting as watching this mercurial, because
Jot's
we
nice.
want
Jot's
teams
nice.
to be
Coming
open.
off one late goal outside the box, but a shot that goes ding, ding, ding. Is there anything better than that?
And do you know what I was waiting for? VAR, because he had his arm by his side and it just touched his arm. I was like, please don't rule this out. You're ruining. Anyway,
play that game 10 times. I think even with the level that Arsenal played, which was beneath their level, they probably win, or at the very least, they draw that game 8 times, maybe?
Out of 10, yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. It was but that magic is what made football great. It felt like I was watching a 90s or 2000 United side. Like, Carrick's got them playing with this sort of freedom, which is going to make them vulnerable. Michael, stop.
Do you know what? That's a good point. It's the word magic's it's a good word to use here. The magic tap, if you will. There's no Arsenal win that game, right? You play that game 10 times. Arsenal win that game 6 times, right? But the possibility for magic it's literally, there's no way of budging that tap, it feels like. It's not a handbrake, it's a magic tap. And I think that's if you then don't get the glow and the dopamine of the win, then the fact that you've been there, and I got, we both tweeted, are Arsenal booing? And then I looked at the comments and people going, if you have to watch that, you're watching that and we're not going to win it all. It's there is an element of deal with the devil.
No, come on. You're 4 points clear. You've won every game in the Premier League. I understand why Spurs fans are booing, right? We are awful, right? They deserve to know. You're 4 points clear in the Premier League. You've lost a game the first time at home, and you've won every single game in Europe. Yeah. And they're going, no, we're holding you to a higher standard. You look like a knob. You sound like a knob. Get behind your team. They are perfectly fine, and more than fine. You know what I would do to swap positions right now? And if we lost one game to two worldy goals, it probably would never happen if they tried again.
What are you
booing?
Yeah.
What are you booing?
Yeah. Oh, mate, absolutely.
Embarrassing.
Just to put into context, and I sort of said it. I've said it before this week, but just so I could take the handbrake off when I'm talking to you here and talking to the moisties and the dries, preferably the moisties. The day before that game, and you're right, Arsenal are 4 points clear in a title race. They have less injuries than any other team, and they lost the game to two absolute worldies and a silly mistake that, yes, absolutely was unnecessary, but is not.
But he's been great all season.
Yeah, and he's not something that happens regularly, right?
He won't do it again.
The day before that, I watched my team, who have been stuck in mid-table championship for 10 years, I watched us go 2-1 up.
Yeah.
And then on the 90th minute, saw our defender make the most stupid challenge I've probably ever seen when he fully knows he's on a booking, get sent off, and then within the space of, I think, less than 2 minutes, go from winning that game to losing that game. Right?
Well, you were there.
And I'm there. Right?
Oh, God.
And we still didn't boo him. We still didn't boo our own because obviously we couldn't boo the guy who should have been booed because he'd been sent off for a second stupid booking. Right?
Jim, can I ask you a question?
I've got to hold that. Right?
Yeah.
So I get that the magic tap is not being put on. Right? And you'd like to see a bit of magic. But shut the fuck up and get on with it. And booing is insanity. Right.
You don't... Anyone who booed does not deserve to watch their team win the Premier League. You don't deserve it. Do you know how... you have to respect what Arteta's done, and you respect what they players have done, and he's turned Gabriel into probably the best centre-back in Europe, one of, right? He has continually shifted. He has looked at the situation that they find themselves in. He's been ahead of the way football is played in this country. In fact, he's been leading the way football is played in this country. And he will most likely deliver you at least the league title and maybe the Champions League. The only thing that should be booed is you for booing.
What? You sound like a 4-year-old.
You should be booed for booing.
Grown men talking about booing. Because the thing,
do you know how good you've got it? Do you understand how good this is for you?
And Joe, I'm not saying don't critique the team. I'm not saying not be fuming as you're walking out. I'm not saying going, we've got to change here. We need to turn the magic tap on at times. We need to allow them to play centrally a little bit more instead of recycling from side to side. Like, this is going to cost us. All of those things and thoughts are absolutely valid. But there's all that disgruntlement and criticism and all those things. And then there's booing. You can't boo.
Not when you're 4 points clear. Not when you haven't lost the game all season.
New unwritten rule. You cannot boo your team if you're top of the league. You can't.
You look and you sound stupid. And the thing is
and obviously
it goes
it's not all
back.
of them, is it? Obviously.
No, of course no. Look, we know by the principle of what we're saying that we're not including everybody in that stadium, just the ones that booed. And really, you if you want to understand why that booing happens, you can go back a long, long way, and you realise that there's not much more to Arsenal.
Oh, fucking hell.
There's not much more to Arsenal than just watching 11 men play football. There's no history. There's no substance. They've moved twice in their career. They've moved around like little hobos, and they've just got no home, no foundations, and nothing to fall back on if their team doesn't win. So any moment disappointment sees them crumble. Not all of them. The ones that didn't boo, they've got some substance. The ones that did boo, they're proper Arsenal.
Yeah, man. Because I guess if you boo for that, when do you stop booing? Like when in any aside from winning every game forevermore,
they'll boo a draw.
They have to boo.
They draw another game. They draw one, will they boo? I've never heard that. I don't think I've heard that.
Yeah. But as a general rule, yeah, you can't. You shouldn't be booing.
And the thing is when you've been in the stadium, you're hearing the booing, you're like, oh, because I'm not booing. Like even after the West Ham game, I didn't boo. I was just sat there. We just got up with my old man, and we were in corporate, so we had a slice of cake and a bit of brie. But the but generally the you think I'm joking?
No.
You think I'm joking?
No.
The West Ham fans were still celebrating. I had cake in my mouth.
But the point is, the way you've delivered that, like people in the comments section, there will be some people that have not understood what we've just delivered here, and if you are one of those, maybe this isn't the podcast for you, I know. But the fact that your delivery of that line, I thought painted a beautiful picture. But yeah, Arsenal will win the league. They will. You know, if you're still with us, Arsenal fans, they will win the league. They are the best team.
All your wildest dreams are going to come true this season. Just relax.
I don't think it's wild. No. The dreams are going to come true, but like most things in life, it's not going to. It's not wild. That's it. It's not wild. There's no like.
Yeah, it's not even a dream, really.
I think it'll be interesting to see. I might do it because it's sad, but if you watch every Arsenal goal this season, like how many of them are like belters?
None. No.
Must be a few, but like not.
If they didn't,
not to the same extent, because that's the way they're built.
It's the most effective way to win, I guess, and I guess that's the whole thing. But it isn't the whole thing because football's supposed to be a spectator sport, and it's not really on Arsenal and Arteta either because people the teams set up and make themselves really difficult to beat. So what gives them the best opportunity? I'm great at set pieces. What's the equaliser? Set pieces. If everybody came and played Arsenal and tried to play Arsenal at the Emirates, they'd probably see better football. But no one does that. Everyone goes to Arsenal and sits back in a low block. And what we did was absolutely pathetic. Put a back five with two screening midfielders. Like pathetic. Like you think you've got problems. I've got a manager that does that. You're complaining about being 4 points clear. I've got a manager who bends over for your rivals. Anyway, the thing is,
fourth in the Champions League, though.
This is the point, Jim. Right? You look at Champions League football. It's fun. It's exciting. No one's sitting in a low block. Everyone's going for everybody.
Did you agree with Anthony Gordon's comments?
I did. I think he's right about the standard. The approach that the teams have. I think there's an element of pride about being in the competition, and they want to go and play and display the right way. He sort of lost it when he started having to explain the differences between the two because he's contradicting himself quite a lot. But generally, I agreed with his point. Yeah, is that the football in the Premier League has become so functional and difficult to beat and physical that as a product, we've got a problem because it isn't as exciting necessarily to watch as the Champions League. That said, mate, it's been easy. It's been easy. I've got to be honest.
It's been a sweet release, whatever the phrase is. Is that right?
We beat Dortmund, and it was honestly simple. They gave us so much space. They came at us. I think they didn't respect us. I don't know what they did.
When did they have a player sent off?
23 minutes, but we battered.
Do you keep forgetting that? Like, 'cause surely you're going to get more space if they got 10 men.
Oh, all right, Frankfurt. That's fine. Villarreal, fine. We won 4. We won 4. We conceded 7 goals. Yeah, all right. But we were battering them, Jim, and they just gave us too much. They made it so easy. Burnley was so much more difficult than Dortmund.
Really?
Yeah. So
why? Sorry, why was Burnley more difficult?
Because they're more physical. They were more tactically disciplined. They were more difficult to beat, to create chances against. I was like watching it, and it was like watching us play. Like it was like watching football against the Dortmund game. It was like watching, like mid noughties football. It was great. It was so much fun. They had opportunities as well, but in the Premier League, you wouldn't survive. Dortmund would really struggle in the Premier League. They would if they played the way they did, they would really struggle.
That's because it's like saying it's like a basketball game. Sometimes it's so relentless physically. There's not much control. It's just a running game. Sometimes it's about duels. Who wins the duels wins the game, or moments. Champions League is a bit more of an older style of game. It's a bit more football based. Isn't that amazing? This football game is a bit more football based. That's crazy. I'm intrigued to see if does that continue forevermore?
No,
or is it just it's the current meta? That's what I think.
Yes.
Going back to Man United for a second, the sort of the changes within the way teams play, it feels like it occurs more and more. Like it's sort of happening. Each season it's sort of changing up quite a lot, and whatever is the extremity, in my opinion, the opposing extremity will then break and create a different kind of advantage. And so I'm so fascinated to see Carrick's United playing against a team where it's like, okay, off you go, you have the ball, how do you break us down? But if it is that sort of far more fluid idea, it'd be interesting to see how many people then jump on that bandwagon. Because from the dawn of time, that's always the thing, isn't it? Like someone succeeds, everyone copies, then that doesn't work anymore. Then a new thing.
We thought the 4-4-2 would be the formation for the rest of the forever.
World Cups, it was like 2014, Chile or someone did well with a back three, and so then I think Harry Redknapp tried to do it. He wanted to play a back three all of a sudden. Like everyone started doing it.
It's cyclical, and things come into and out of fashion. Like long throws, we haven't seen long throws this regular since Stoke were doing it and Pulis was doing it. And back then they laughed at him. Now you're almost foolish if you're not bombing like a missile into the box.
Sam Threadgold says, talk about Arsenal. It's a bit like your rich mate complaining it rained on his holiday to Barbados.
Yeah. What are you complaining about?
Yeah. The majority, I think, are happy with winning no matter what, even if it is a tough watch. Do you think if Spurs were winning but it was Arsenal ball, would you be deliriously happy or would you be
of course
sort of cautiously happy? Where would you be?
No, I'd be if I was in their position, I'd be deliriously happy, obviously.
Okay.
Of course.
But I think it's always an interesting talking about is like style of play. There's sort of like there's the result, then there's sort of the dominance of the performance, then there's the style of play. And if you sort of lose the first layer, the sort of the backup layer to kind of make things okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing we'll do for Frank. Although I've got to say, I have to say that in the last month or so, we've seen us be a lot more attacking. We've hit the target. We've hit the target 11 times against Burnley, which is good for any side, I think. 11 shots on target in a game. We were really attacking against Dortmund, but they allowed us to be. Again, last night, created opportunities. Many could have won by 5. Frankfurt, not very good. So there's something to take into account there. So this game against Man City will show how far forward we've moved. I'm not expecting to win it. I'd happily lose it. But I want to see us involved and continuing to hit the target. But we've had a 3-year injury crisis. Do you understand this? Our injury crisis hasn't been a couple of months here and there. It's been going for 3 years. So can I just read you out the players we had missing? The players we had missing I don't know when everyone hates this about whinging about
I have got a video about Tottenham's problems in the Premier League coming out this afternoon.
Brilliant. There you go. So this is give you a little flavour of our problems, right?
It's not bad injuries. Go on.
All right. Add this to everything you said.
Yeah,
okay, Jim?
But it's being edited right now, but go on.
Well, just in the game yesterday, in terms of the first 11 we put out, which was Vicario, Romero, Danso, Paulinho in defence, Spence, Papsar, Archie Gray, Doggy, Simmons, Mwani, and Odebear, right? This is the people that we couldn't pick from. James Maddison, Bentancur, Ben Davies, Kulusevski, Mohamed Kudus, Richarlison, Berval, Mickey van der Ven, Pedro Porro, Conor Gallagher, Yves Bissouma, Mattis Tell, Dragerson. All those players play.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, fingers crossed, Man City stuff us, and we move on from there. We beat Arsenal the week later.
Amazing. Paulinho whenever it is. 3.
Did all right.
Crazy.
Did all right.
Crazy.
Things looked up a little bit since back 3, by the way. Maybe back 3, is it?
Are you coming out of it? You seem quite chipper.
I don't know if we're coming out of it. I can't get past the Arsenal game. I'll never forgive him for that. But
really,
it feels like, and the underlying data might suggest, if you look at the right stuff or the stuff you want to look at, that we have turned a little bit of a corner. I don't know, but we did get beat by West Ham, so who knows, mate.
Yeah,
better to look on the positive side of things, isn't it?
That's all we have, really.
I want to ask you, just when you was at QPR at Loftus Road, and the winning goal for Wrexham went in.
Yeah, that hurt as you said it. Go on.
You felt alive, Jim. You felt alive.
What?
You knew you were alive.
What? As we lost the game?
Yeah, you knew you were alive.
I was already alive. We were buzzing. We were winning 2-1.
Nah. When
Fuck off. Honestly, fuck off. Do you know that feeling when you know? So we've got this player in Bengay, and he's I sort of love him, and I'm petrified of watching him at the same time.
Why?
Because he's just like a walking booking red card. You know he'll get booked in every single game he plays.
It's defensive midfielder. Destroyer.
He's a centre back that's now become a right back. But you're just nervous whenever he gets the ball. And I knew about 10 minutes into the second half, our sort of left winger got booked, and he'd already been booked. And in my head, you just had that intrusive thought of like, one of them's getting sent off.
Yeah, of course.
And then he did it. Like it, mate. Oh, I can't even.
Was it? No!
It was like I went. Yeah. So when I'm really angry, or really happy, I just say the same word or phrase again and again.
Yeah. What was it? What was it?
You fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot. That's good. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You fuck.
Yeah.
And you're not struggling.
All right. Please become a patron, guys. That's but this again is just it did hit me this week of like maybe Queen's Park Rangers fans are the best fans in the world or the most forgiving because he got clapped off.
You're good eggs. You're good lads.
He got clapped. The guy went, well, I presume he didn't mean to do that.
You back your players. You back your team.
As well, I might even get the bloody tactics, but basically, the ball got played to the left back, and he's literally on the sideline. And when Bengay he just ran into him, took him out. And because it's Loftus Road, it looks worse.
Yeah.
Completely took him out. He's going absolutely nowhere. Hey,
did your dad clap him?
These things happen. No, he couldn't. No.
Couldn't do it. Where's my little mate? How's he getting on? Sato.
He struggled, actually. Yeah, he's struggling. Yeah, he's not sort of... And then he got injured, which is annoying.
Because you see him in real life and you're thinking, how small is he? And then you got Dembele as well, and you're like, he is tiny, that kid.
Yeah, they're both.
Is he still 13?
Ilias Chair, yeah, I think he's still 13. Yeah.
Is Ilias Chair?
He's tiny.
Is he back, or what's happening with him?
All having issues with injury currently, so it's not just you. It's not just you. Okay.
Yeah.
Leroy Rosenior. 3 cheers for Leroy Rosenior. He's aiding those men very, very well thus far.
His name's Liam.
Did I say Leroy?
Twice.
Oh, when will it start? I can't.
Well,
I thought it'd come out
his dad was a pro footballer called Leroy Rosenior.
I know, that's why I keep saying Leroy.
Yeah. Liam Rosenior.
Pluck Leroy from nowhere.
Yeah, you'd be in trouble, I think. I look, respect him. Respect him. 4 wins on the bounce, going into a difficult circumstance. Taking over from a manager who wasn't left because they were floundering, but left because there was a disagreement in direction of the football club, right? So for him to go in there to receive the kind of backlash to it that from some certain sections of the Chelsea fan base, but also the ridicule across the board because he is very Brentish, for him to actually post up performances where they really deserve to win, to go to Naples and come from behind and win in the second half. And I think the players like him. I know you saw the clip with João Pedro and he went up to him. It was quite a nice moment.
Sort of.
Oh, what? You think too familiar?
Just a touch of like...
Get out.
God damn it, Leroy. Do you need to get involved in this?
Liam.
I know, I was doing the joke. The old... God damn it.
Leroy! Oh, Leroy! Yeah, God damn it, Leroy! God damn it, Leroy! Jinky!
Has he gone in? Oh, God, he's gone in. God damn it, Leroy! I don't know. I was just like in the mixer, just sort of, mate, it's Brent in itself. He's literally, in that bit, he's literally gone, hasn't he? He's sort of like got involved. I do like him, but I'm like, I just get a little twinge of like, I don't know, did you need to do that? But I like the stuff he's saying he's different. He's different to the other gaffers out there. And the Chelsea players are maybe, responding to that.
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, they clearly have because they've won the last 4 on the bounce, haven't they?
Yeah. James Gunn says, friend first, coach second, probably entertainer third. Yeah, exactly. He's got
to get new glasses. So we just talked
about glasses got to change. The glasses
are awful.
Yeah. But that's what I said this to Rory. I said he just needs to win a couple of games, keep his head down. And then he's got a real...
Not keeping his head down, though, is he? Not
yeah. Because I think people... You can get away with it when you're winning. It still will get... How many games does he lose before people? I think it's like 2 defeats and people are turned on him. He's still in that. Yeah. He's still in that space. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When I say turn on him, he will get unfair. Well, when you said turn on him, what I thought was he will get unfair criticism that other managers wouldn't because of the way he is.
Yes.
And that's and those defeats will come. They come for any manager.
That's the game.
And he will be questioned unfairly, I think.
Yeah. And. Because what he's got to be that's what I mean. He's got to be so careful.
Yeah,
it should be staying out of it. It's 4 games, but it's 4 games.
Yeah.
So
he should be staying out of it. Stay out of it. Give very minimal answers to questions. Don't be open. Just keep a low profile.
Yeah,
like he's saying, because they will come for you. They will circle like sharks, and they will come for you.
And
we will on this podcast. We will come for him.
I sort of I feel better about doing it now because they're winning because it doesn't feel like we're kind of punching down.
Yeah,
but he's like, I'm lucky. Like it just sounds like I'm just so lucky. That.
Don't say you're lucky. Don't say you're lucky. I think we are, regardless on this podcast from this point onwards, we are backing Liam Rosenior regardless of what happens. We'll spin everything for him.
I'm sort of a bit caught really because I can't say that. Because I don't want Chelsea to do well.
No, all right.
But I do like the idea of him proving. I think it's there's a lot of frightened middle-aged men anyway in the world right now, and I think they
don't like this idea.
I don't think they don't need this to succeed. I feel like they're sort of getting together and go, guys, we can't have this succeed. We can't have him empowering the group. He's empowering the group instead of leading with fear.
Yeah,
this isn't working for me.
Also, it's a further sort of death knell for what football used to be and what it's becoming.
Yes.
Which is uncomfortable for a lot of people. Like Liam,
Sorry.
It's you, guys.
I'm sorry.
Liam Rosenior, right, shouldn't work at Chelsea because historically, the way they've gone about it and their purple patch in history, Chelsea's, was done by Roman Abramovich, who just got the best. Well, good shooting. It didn't work. Get in Ancelotti. It didn't work. There's a guy called Sarri's doing well. Just get him in. No good. Sack him. Conte. Sack him until you win. And you did win consistently. That's what they like, Chelsea fans. And this little geezer coming in from Strasbourg. Where is it? Strasbourg. Yeah, Strasbourg. Strasbourg. I don't know where that come from. It shows you something about a regime that they're not completely comfortable with either. They want to go back to that Abramovich model, but they can't because they've got this new Clear Lake Blue Co thing, and it's not the way they want things to be run. And Liam Rosenior is the fulcrum. He is the tip of the spear.
That's two very different things.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He embodies everything that old Chelsea fans dislike.
Embodies it, yeah, you're right. Because I think, Chelsea is a really, like you say, it's an interesting one when it comes to that because, how do I put this? Like, from my understanding of sort of, that Chelsea way, there's a sort of, like a mob boss romanticism, if that makes sense. Like like that's the love of the the Italian managers, and like there's that sort of, it's a bit more alpha, isn't it? An old school kind of masculinity, whereas Liam is not. It's a different form of masculinity and a far more empathetic one. And if it succeeds, I mean, there's going to be a lot of cognitive dissonance amongst certain.
I mean, isn't there for all fan bases, to be fair?
Maybe. Would Rory turn? Would he? I think I said I was like, what's he got to do to sort of convince you to get you on side?
I mean, you knew how Rory felt even before asking him about him. So, what did he say?
I think it was just like, just win, really. Like, he's quite simple in that sense and fair. Like, just win. Yeah, and it's all good.
All right, obviously, but only a few teams can win. So what is truly a barometer of success for you?
But that's what But in the Chelsea mind, it's that's us.
Rory's
been... but only a few win. Yeah.
I love.
See what I mean?
Of course. I love. Obviously, a massive affection for Rory, and but he has been stung twice now. And I don't think he's willing to be stung again. Now,
stung by what?
Right, yeah. So he didn't want Pochettino. Hated the idea for reasons really outside of his ability of a manager. Moreover, he used Spanish Spurs, right? And he went massive and he went viral for having a go at him. And then towards the end, it felt like it was working. So you naturally have to climb down, whether you want to or not. As a content creator that he is, you've got to read the room a little bit.
Yeah,
and obviously...
And it's a general adult.
Yeah, you got to accept when things that you might have been wrong. And in the end... Right, so there was that.
Yeah.
And then he left anyway. But more recently, the Maresca, who he always said, no good. A little bit good. They could win the league. And I remember saying it to him, he goes, yeah, we could. That Arsenal display, it showed something. And then 2 weeks later, I think he was on the ropes. And I went, Rory, what's happened? He goes, I just was wrong. I was just wrong. I believed the hype. I was wrong. And it's twice it's happened now. And I just feel like...
But as he's saying I was wrong, he's actually saying I was right, isn't he?
I was wrong to believe it. I was right all along. That's what he said. Exactly.
Yeah, that's the best way of saying you're wrong is in an instance where you were actually originally right, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, which is actually. Yeah.
So he's going to be wary of that, isn't he? Chelsea in the top 8 as well, obviously. Tottenham fourth is crazy, isn't it?
Yes, we've done well, but I think the fixtures were kind to us. Right. We had PSG, But no, I'm not gonna take anything away from it. You went there, we won. We've amassed the 4th best points total and goal difference. And like I say, we're not going to win it, but we're in it.
Did you see the Benfica game?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Oh,
I didn't see it, but I watched the highlights after.
I love one of my favourite things in football is, and this is why sport is just outstanding, is that the script is constantly being written in the moment. And sometimes, regardless of watching the same, a game of football, you can have a thought with okay, the context is constantly changing. And within that context, you can then have an element of foresight and going, oh, wouldn't it be, this could happen and that would be insane. And when you're realizing they need another goal and then they win a free kick and then you start to see the goalkeeper trudge forward, you have the lovely explosion in your brain of, if you get the ball right here, and this goes both ways, by the way, because I literally had the same thought with us at the weekend, where you're like, as soon as he does that challenge, you go, you idiot, do not lose this, or don't draw this, and then it's like, oh, we've drawn it. Well, now don't lose this, and you can kind of see it and feel it. When the goalkeeper makes his way up, absolutely. Whoever said that in the comments. And the could they cap pops out in your mind. You have a little could they moment. And then it happens. It's fucking brilliant. Such a good ball. Such a good header as well.
It was a great goal. Am I right in saying if he hadn't scored that they would have been out? But Marseille would have gone through on goals scored.
Yeah, exactly that. Got a little could they cap here. Desperate.
Can you buy
desperate
those?
to have
Can you buy
a day.
those?
No. Someone made it for me. But I'm desperate to wear it with something actually on the fucking line. Please start winning games. So they were out of it, and they literally, I'll show everyone just in case anyone's missed it. They were out of it, and if you look at the goal difference here, they had minus three goal difference.
Yeah.
And who was in? I think it was Marseille were in. And by getting that goal, just literally that one goal just went boop and just snuck them into 24th place. And guess who they play? Real Madrid again. Unbelievable.
Is it? Because I think it was like Real Madrid or Bodo Glimt.
Oh,
that's what it said. I don't know what that means and why it isn't just Real Madrid.
I thought it would be them straight away. Maybe not.
They're playing Inter or Real Madrid. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe wrong. But it's great. Can I ask your thoughts on Mourinho? As someone who's had to sort of who slept with him, as it were.
Yeah, you love him from afar. Right. He's great.
He's great.
He's great. He'll be remembered as one of the great characters. His powers have faded significantly, but he's still fantastic.
Hasn't lost a game yet at Benfica.
Is that right?
Imagine if he won it. Imagine if he won the Champions League.
I mean,
wouldn't it be great?
Yeah. These people hate his guts, but I don't. I mean, I hated him when he was the Spurs manager, but that's by the by. A marriage might not work, but you can still be friends with an ex, and that's kind of how I feel about him.
Can we do hate rankings?
Yeah.
Tottenham managers.
What's it? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well,
I would just give a little.
Do Premier League era.
Oh, brilliant. Sorry, I've been messing about with this whoop thing. Right,
Time heals a lot of wounds.
Yeah, sure. I mean, recent era would be Ryan Mason. So I thought Ryan Mason took over from Ozzy Ardiles here. I was just looking at it. It was just the way it's put. So, okay.
David, please.
Out of 10. Hatred out of 10. Okay, ready?
Okay.
You want the whole Premier League era? You want the whole Premier League era?
Yeah, no, there's only a couple that you could even have a conversation about. I don't hate any of them. I don't hate Martin Yole. I don't hate Harry Redknapp. I don't hate...
Okay.
The only three that you could have conversations about, really.
Right. George Graham.
I hate his guts.
Yeah.
I didn't even think... I forgot he existed for a second. So
what was that like? When you were...
Bizarre.
Was it?
Yeah, it was bizarre. Right. There was a couple of things there, mate. We we had him. He's ex-Arsenal. He'd gone to Leeds, but then we picked him up, and obviously he'd won the league in that decade with Arsenal. He won it in 91. Yeah. Was it 91?
Yeah.
No. 89,
right.
I think it was.
I think he won in 91 as well.
Yeah, he did, because we stopped him in a double. Anyway, he was Arsenal, and the greatest part about being Tottenham at that stage was that we could watch David Ginola play.
Right.
And he killed him.
Yeah.
He killed him. He had to play him because he was on fire, but he absolutely destroyed his career, and we sold him to Villa, and he didn't want to go. And so, yeah, I hate him.
Out of 10. Give me, what, is it 10 out of 10?
Yeah, I'd say 9 out of 10.
Mad, he won your trophy though, didn't you? It's almost like annoying that he won your trophy.
Yeah.
Santini, any hatred there?
No, I don't even know. I can't remember what he looks like.
Okay. Juan de Ramos? Yeah,
I don't have any ill feeling. He won us a League Cup, and it was just never going to work. You could see the culture difference was all wrong, and we had an incredible pre-season, but ended up bottom after 8 games with 2 points.
But
then
I'll just say it. Redknapp?
No.
Any hatred there? No. Tim Sherwood?
He come across as a buffoon, so it wasn't hatred. He actually won us a lot of games.
He did
in all competitions. I think he's like the second highest win percentage, but it included a lot of weak teams in cups, if I remember rightly. I can't remember. No hatred. The only one really, mate, is the AVB as well. It's not hatred. He was just never going to work. He was carried by Gareth Bale.
So there's no hatred anywhere then, really?
There's hatred. So we called Jose Mourinho. I would think at the time there was a lot of he shouldn't. Conte. I look at Conte, and a lot of what he was saying with hindsight was probably right. He said 20 years, no win. You don't win in 20 years. There's a problem at the club, and he's right.
Probably the way it was delivered, I would guess.
Yeah, he's just a maniac, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he went through a lot, actually. If you think about it, this is a terrible game, because I don't hate him in hindsight, but he lost his best friend, who was he's chief coach at Tottenham, and then he had health issues, so it was all a bit of a murky situation. So I don't really hate any of them. I don't even hate Thomas Frank. I don't hate him at all. I don't hate him. I want his head on a spike, but I don't hate him.
Yeah, he's just not enjoying.
He's a really nice man. A really nice man.
Yeah. Not like comment section. Not much going on. I'll be honest this week. Dead meme said, "Dette en av de beste fotballpodcasten på YouTube. Hilsen en fra Norge." I can't do a Norwegian accent, but that is.
Was that Norwegian? I thought it was
it's German. It sounds German. That's all I wouldn't know where to begin with a Norwegian.
No, accent. It's a mad. You heard Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Did you Erling Haaland speak? It's like the most mental voice.
What when he speaks?
Did you see Højlund's brother in midfield for Frankfurt? He played for Frankfurt. That's Rasmus Højlund's little brother or older brother. I don't know. Oh. Played for Frankfurt. He was all right.
Anyway, he says. Dead meme says, "This is one of the best football podcasts on YouTube. Greetings from Norway. Thank you for that."
Yes, legend.
Yeah. We were talking about Seal last week and his lyrics at the start of the pod last week. Just to clear that up, apparently it's about cocaine.
About cocaine?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not totally sure
if that's correct, actually. I've been wearing the exact same clothes on every podcast that we've done in the last 3 weeks.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah, look, it's exactly the same.
Maybe time for a wash. Karinsky says, turns out Norwegian is just Camp German. Yeah, correct. We're talking about Paul Scholes. The bulk of the comments last week about Paul Scholes and Nicky Butt. And Pinch Farthing said, we're just three guys down the pub. Three guys down the pub with a production team and a global audience, cynically monetizing our connection to a massive football team, hurting juvenile insults and lacking any sense of contrition. Just three guys down the pub who believe we set the rules and can't fathom that someone might respond to our clumsy, boring commentary. Just three guys down the pub who reserve the right to huff and fidget and call someone precious for making a dialogue out of what we assumed was going to be our usual uninformed, unidirectional criticism, as is our right because we used to play football really well. I'm with Martinez all day long.
Very good.
Good comment. And a new bit. We got one bad timing. Turns out not as much. Well, as soon as I said don't make it about walking in on a mate masturbating, bad timing is a bit.
Why did you say that?
Struggle. I just don't want to. Like, when we just
why?
Go, when we go to like poo chat for 2 months, like I feel like we're better than that. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. But I do want to persevere with the bad timing. So if there's been a moment where you've just delivered bad timing,
what's on your friend masturbating,
for example, but yeah, not exclusive to that. Anyway, Jay Mitchell says, I was having a chat with my uni mates about Come Fly With Me. So Come Fly With Me was a sketch show in the UK with Matt Lucas and David Walliams. And it didn't age very well, a lot of it.
Was it? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of black
dressed up as a black woman or like, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
There's accents. There's a lot of accents as well, weren't there?
Yeah. As I turn my nose up after just doing Camp German for no reason.
You can. No. Hang on. Let me. Yeah. That's. You can say this is a rule. I mean, across the board, I think there's even discussed this in Parliament. Is you can say whatever you like about Scandinavians. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah. Anything you like. So think of it. The worst possible thing you could say to someone from Denmark. They don't mind.
Say it.
Say it. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy it. Oh, God, what a relief. It's because they're all so good looking, aren't they? And just sort of generally calm. Kind of feel like they feel like they've figured the world out.
Yeah, they're like 6'4". They're good looking. They're wealthy.
Yeah.
If you had to choose one country to live in Europe, you're probably going for a Scandinavian one. So say what you like about them.
Yeah. Let us know. What would you like to say about that?
Yeah.
We'll read out the worst ones next
week.
We'll
read out the best insults you can send to Scandinavian people on the show next week.
Well, Jade says fish shaggers.
Fish shaggers. Well, we know that Danish, they're monk shaggers, aren't they? We know that because Vikings would come over to the north of England and shag the monks.
Yeah.
They didn't like them.
Some monk shaggers. The QPR fans did the old sheep shaggers gag, and I just thought, we're still doing this?
In this day and age?
Are we still doing this?
Was it sheep shaggers? Sheep.
I was like, really?
They're not offended.
Really? It's just like, I mean, is it so rubbish that it's actually kind of funny now? I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, Jay Mitchell says, I was having a chat with my uni housemates about Come Fly With Me and what would be taken out of the show if it was broadcast now, which would be 90% of the scenes. I was vouching for the dog is dead scene to stay in. This is a scene where the airline manager is holding up a placard saying the dog is dead to a passenger about to fly away who left their dog with the manager. I acted out the scene, slowly dragging my imaginary placard like the slowly moving away plane. Locking eyes with my mate, who had lost his family dog of 15 years that morning the entire time. I realised about 3 plane window length into my drag, but I had to carry on until the plane had gone.
Good.
Stuck, committed to the bit, committed to the joke there. That's probably a bit in itself. Is there a joke that you've sort of started and you knew you should have got out? You should have got out. That could be a bit as well.
No, I mean, you're like, the worst ones
get out here, but you didn't.
We're all right as we've become a podcasting duo now, Jim. But I did have experiences in my past which haunt me, where I've started a story, I'm about halfway through, and I've realised it's going nowhere, and I haven't got the room.
Right. Yeah.
In that instance, what do you say? Do you go, do you know what? Actually, this story's going nowhere. I'm backing out.
Yeah.
Or do you see it through knowing that you can't probably land this?
I'm always one to say, get the hell out of there.
Get out.
Yeah.
It's better, isn't it? It's almost funny if you just go, do you know what? This story's going nowhere. Yeah. I'm backing out.
Yeah. And it's a horrible feeling. Do you know what, one of the most horrific feelings in, content creation is when you're sort of mid-point and you've both forgotten the point that you need to get to and the question that was asked. Yeah. It's horrible. It's an absolute panic. And it's why I far prefer to drive a conversation than to answer it myself, because I'm terrible for it.
What's also worse is that you realise you're talking, and imagine I'm doing it now, and I thought that I had a point, but I don't have one, and I can't get it. But I also know that if I stop talking, there's going to be silence. So I have to keep talking and hope my brain does work double so I can find where I need to be. It is horrible, especially on live radio. I can't tell you how horrible.
Oh, mate. God, I bet it's absolute. And it's so horrible. And it's a bit like, you have it as well when you're interviewing people. You used to have it on the red carpet a lot, where you have your question and then it's just disappeared.
Yeah.
Or you have the thought, this is horrible. You go, okay, next question. And then you just have this quick, like, I haven't got one. You haven't got one. You've gone blank, haven't you? You've gone blank. You're blank. You're blank. You've got nothing. You've got absolutely nothing in your head.
And Anne Hathaway is staring at me.
Oh, yeah. But then something will pop up.
Who's the most famous person you interviewed on the red carpet, Jim?
It would probably be, we got Clooney, we got Affleck, we got Anne Hathaway, we've got, what's bigger than that? Probably Clooney, isn't it? You think? Or
yeah, was he mesmerising?
He was cool. Quite quickly, I felt quite comfortable.
Did you? Did he smell good?
I can't remember. It was outside.
Do you know what I never thought I would be blown away by?
What?
Jamie Redknapp.
Really? What smell? Did he smell good?
Smelled amazing. And he was so handsome. I looked up him. I was sitting, he just went, hello, mate, because I was producing a segment on his show, which never actually came to air because of COVID. But he went round and meeting the team, and I was doing the football bit for the show, and he went, hello, mate, nice to meet you.
And it struck you, did it?
Well, yeah, because I was working, and I turned, and he was just there.
Do you know what I always think with Jamie Redknapp all the time? I agree with you.
You're stunning. He looks weird on TV. I think he just looks like a younger version of his dad on TV. In real life.
Oh, right. Much better.
Stunning.
Right. Yeah. I always think he's good looking, but I always think you shouldn't be. Like, why?
It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
How come you are?
Yeah, his eyes.
Harry, God bless him.
Nah, not sure. Of course not. Even as a young'un. He said, I don't know how I got Sandra.
Yeah, he did.
I played my arm with Harry Redknapp earlier this week. I got his number.
Okay.
And just have a friend of a friend who works for a TV company. And I was like, let me just drop him a message. Hopefully he replies.
Yeah.
Yeah, never replied.
He's a bit busy, isn't he? Busy getting ready for the
Spurs
job. Don't know.
Give it to him.
More of a phone call guy, I reckon. I bet you just pick up the phone to him and go, oh, hello, Flav, you messaged me, didn't you? That was quite good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I've forgotten what we're talking about. Panic. Yeah, so that was that. Bad times, get them in. Or I'm pretty sure in the mailbag, and I've had a bit of a nightmare because a couple of weeks ago I said I can't remember what we were talking about, but I basically said that my mum doesn't listen anymore. Oh, that was it. It was this.
No, does Val listen?
It was the frames.
Oh, yeah.
And I said I was going to give her the frame, right? And in the end, I gave the spare frame to gave it to my sister instead, because I realised I'd sort of bought her something, but I needed to get her something else. And,
wasn't a spare frame though, was it, Jim?
No, it wasn't find its way to you. Sadly,
yeah, it wasn't a spare frame, and I had to buy one. So I'm actually down on this deal that I brought in.
Well, I don't know. Get him to deliver one to your house. I don't know why I didn't do that.
I don't know. Well, no, because you're the guy. You do all the things, don't you? So I just thought, fair enough.
Call it paying for my labour, let's say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and I can imagine your sister loves it.
She does love it, I presume. Yeah, I'll check in on that. But then I saw her, and she basically said, I do sometimes listen to the pod, so I sort of caught you out there.
Just so you know.
And therefore, I have a bad timing story that I can't say on here, but I feel like I have said it maybe previously, or at the very least I've said it on the mailbag before the second podcast that we do, which you guys can all enjoy.
Is there any world where your mum is a patron?
I don't think she's that. I don't think he's that stupid to do that. I don't think, Mum, if you're listening, don't do that.
There is some bad stuff.
What I will say, I will tell the story of a mega mix of bad timing and I should have got out of there on the mailbag this week, if you so wish. But yeah, there's two new bits there: bad timing and should have got out there.
And let's going for Scandinavians. Let's do that.
Make sure you go for the Scandinavians as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can Jim, can you also tell I know we've done it before, but I always enjoy it, that it's fine. Can we do that story again?
Yeah,
Melbourne? Can we?
Yeah, of course.
I might have heard that.
Married with 2 kids, those two. Married with 2 kids. Amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow, I didn't know that bit. I have heard that story about, I'd say 5-6 times from you, and at least twice from some of your friends.
Oh, really? Well, it's the same guy is the guy who was caught masturbating. So yeah, lots of sex stories.
If I had to guess, I think I could guess who it might be.
It's not who you think of it, and I know who you would guess, and it's not it. No.
So yeah, become a patron, become a moist slug, join us, support the podcast, support our livelihoods. We've got children to bring up, right? Houses to pay for. Yeah. So become a moist slug.
We haven't used the children one enough.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're occasionally his child, Koa, appears in the mailbag.
Yeah. Who's paying for talent fees? Huh?
Yeah, and just to insult me.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Right. Have a wonderful weekend. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. The bulk of complaints last week were that we're talking too much about football, which again is amazing in this football podcast. That our most frequent complaint is that we're talking about football for too long. But
we need to build bits out.
That's what I'm saying. You lot need to be better in the comments.
They don't. Okay. Bits don't grow on trees. We've got to nurture them. We've got to create them, and we've got. Do you know it's so weird? I've been looking at this entire show. Right, I've been looking. You for people that aren't moist slugs and patrons of ours. Right, you can watch this live. You don't see it live. You can watch it live, and you can get involved in the conversation as we're recording. Right, below it, the recommended videos. I don't know what they are for you, Jim, but for me is impossible to leave the Jaff and Colt, and the thumbnail of you on it is just perfect.
Oh, there you go.
It's just absolutely perfect. It remains probably the funniest conversation we've ever had.
I might go listen to that now. There you go. Yeah, lots of gold. Yes. So, become a moisty. 208 mailbags to enjoy. What did we talk about this week? It was good this week again. We had another great chat. We talk about the industry a lot, actually. So, come and join us.
Are you watching Industry?
No.
On BBC, it's HBO's show about traders in London.
Oh, okay. Why did you say it like that? Industry.
Just so that we don't, that I'm talking about something different from what you just said.
Got you.
It's just there's loads of sex, tons of sex and gear.
Oh, really?
Man, I'm watching it. I'm going, I want to do some.
I think we watched the first series of that. Do you know what we're watching Hunter's Wives at the moment, and there's it's a bit sort of it's a bit sexual, and then I sort of went to.
I'm eating a spaghetti bolognese. I'm not sure I want to see this right now.
Well, on that note, I went to get a cup of tea, probably steal a bit of cheese or something, and the fridge on the way back, and I hear Fam cackle. She went, "James, come back." So I come back. She runs back, go watch, and it's in the middle of this sort of story where a woman is being framed for murder, and she's gone to find this guy who's on the wrong side of the tracks, right? To sort of try and get some intel to find out who's actually done the murder. And the guy who opens the door is absolutely naked. Opens the door and you just see his cock just flinging about.
Yeah.
And then it's just from nowhere.
Fiction?
Yeah.
Why?
And
Why?
Do you know what my reaction was? I went, so Fam's just laughing, but then I'm going, oh, for God's sake, he's windmilled that.
100%.
To an inch of its life.
Yeah, without you think we don't know. We've got one, lad.
Look like a really long spout on a teapot.
There's a bit like that in industry. This bloke just walks in and he's just got this massive flaccid willy, and you're like,
it feels so unnecessary.
How does this help the plot and my ego?
Yeah, that's
Two things are being
this was.
damaged here.
Why has he not got pants on? Of course he could have pants on. Yes, I know he's just woken up. Does he have to be naked? I don't understand it.
Does he have to have a massive cock? These are all questions that do need to be answered. I'm not sure we'll get to the bottom of it right now.
Right. Have a great weekend. See you later.
Bye.